Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Salon, which is one of my least favorite news websites, does have interesting articles that are kind of attention-grabbing. And I love this. Bernie Sanders is in big trouble. You don't have to be a neoliberal shill to see the cold, hard facts. How's that for a headline? Woohoo! Bernie Sanders is in big trouble. Let's talk about that. Sigmund Kramer, what do you think? Is Sanders dead man walking now?
Well, in so many ways.
Let me count the way. Besides the fact he looks like it, right?
He looks like it for sure. The disheveled one. I don't know. Why are they saying he's in trouble?
Well, now the gap between, he was leading several polls. He's now not leading any polls, number one.
Okay.
Second of all, the gap in those polls are double digits in the vast majority of the cases.
Yeah.
And those double digits are growing on a regular basis.
But wait a second, Kevin. I was under the impression that democratic socialism is what America needs. And he's the only candidate that's openly supporting of that and providing.
What are you talking about? Most of the Republicans are democratic socialists.
I said openly.
Openly. Oh, that's it. I don't know. It's interesting to hear you say that because remember back in 2008, Hillary could not say a speech without quoting Karl Marx. Now, she wouldn't refer to him, but she was plagiarizing Marx like no tomorrow, and she was using the word progressive, which to me is synonymous with socialism constantly.
Sure,
so she has toned it down quite a bit since 2008. That's interesting. And now it seems to be paying off.
Well, look, I think the Democrats want her to be inevitable. She's a woman. If they elect a white man after they just had 2 terms of the historic presidency of Barack Obama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being the first African-American, gay, Muslim, born in Africa president. Sorry, I'm just throwing that out there.
You're getting carried away. This is what you call a verbal epileptic seizure.
Yeah. No, I'm being silly. But, all the charges that have been made against the guy. So the point is, after having that kind of diversity
wrapped up in a single human being,
then they're going
How do you go back to an old white guy after that?
Exactly. They're going to turn around and vote Larry David in. I mean, it's kind of odd. So,
by the way, Larry David does a better Bernie Sanders
than Bernie Sanders. Yes, he does. Oh God, have you seen the chick that does Hillary Clinton?
It's wicked.
No, it's
no, I don't mean wicked good. I mean it's wicked.
She's psycho.
Yeah. She's got such an angry looking face anyway. Her
eyes
features are angry looking. She's doing commercials for a credit card company as well, and it's like
Hillary Clinton.
No.
Oh, because that would be really funny.
That would be hilarious, huh? But she's just, Anyway, sorry, I got ADD there.
That's okay. Squirrel!
Yep.
So the point is, the Democrats really have wanted Hillary for a long time. I mean, it's just, it's time for a woman president, right? And they're not going to vote for Carly Fiorina. So it's got to be Hillary. Geraldine Ferraro is not running, so it's got to be Hillary.
Hard to believe she's dead.
She's dead?
Yeah, Geraldine's been dead for a while now.
Oh, well, there you
go.
That's
cancer.
probably,
she's definitely not running.
That's probably why she's not running.
She's not even walking.
Although she could probably vote. But Bernie Sanders speaks to the millennials.
Yeah, she's been dead, by the way, for 4 years, just FYI.
Okay, well, thanks.
Yeah.
So she would be entering her second term of deadness at this point.
Depending on which dead office you ran for.
So Bernie Sanders really, he speaks to the millennials who basically want something for nothing. Actually, they want everything for nothing.
Yeah.
And when I say nothing, I mean you and me to pay for it.
Yeah.
Nothing for them.
Really, not even you and me, future generations, because we're still in the $19 trillion debt mode.
I was about to say, I can't really blame Bernie Sanders for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
not like he created that deal. This has been going on for decades.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hillary Clinton, I've always said, was going to be our next president. I don't want it, but I really, truly believe that that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who the Republicans put out there. The media's too powerful. And I don't care what Rush Limbaugh says about, America's inherently really a conservative nation. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Not anymore.
No.
And that tide, has changed many generations ago.
And even when it was true, it wasn't that true. It was more conservative than what was being portrayed by the media.
It wasn't socialist, like it is now. But we want to be Western Europe or Scandinavian Europe, right? That's what.
I think that's true.
That's what the
even
American
while they're
people,
evolving away from that. They're trying to figure out how to cut this and how to reform that. They're becoming more privatized and less government intervention. We're like two ships passing in the night. That'd be a great song, by the way.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You get right on that. So
I'll work on that and let you know.
And as Islam moves into the Western European
are they ever
nations, they're really going to be trying to figure out, okay, we thought we were doing well with democratic socialism, and now we have Sharia.
Right.
There's a little bit of a change there.
You should have used your drums on that one. That's pretty good.
No, I mean it's true though. It's so here's the question: are we going to skip ahead and not even
Sharia?
Not bother with the democratic socialism, just go straight to Sharia? I don't think so, but you never know. So it's interesting to see.
Well, the thing about Sharia is that it's based on morality. It's a perverse morality, but it's based on morality. I see your eyes rolling, but it is.
But so is democratic socialism.
Yeah, but
their idea of morality is that everyone is taken care of.
Right. But I'm talking about when it comes to personal behavior. And one thing they don't like to be told is how to behave, on a behavioral, in your personal behavior perspective. It really cramps people's style. Sharia law will cramp people's style.
Can we be honest? It's a male-dominated society, right? And that's, interestingly, that's what we keep hearing from the feminists and on the left, is that all the problems of the world are stemming from a male-dominated society. So feminists are going to be probably most aggrieved by the influx of Islam into the country. We'll see how that pans out. I got news for you, folks. There's going to be a time when we have to come to terms with whether or not we can accept more people coming from Islamic countries into our own. Because look at Dearborn, Michigan.
Michigan.
There are communities that have been totally taken over, right?
Yeah.
But this is kind of veering off from where we were originally, which was
so much so I don't even remember where we were. Oh, yeah, that's right.
But the point is that I think that it's almost inevitable that we're going to have a Democrat president because the Republican Party is so feckless. They've got Paul Ryan as their savior. Okay, we're in trouble. We're in major trouble when Paul Ryan becomes the savior.
Although I think they could have made much worse choices, and Kevin McCarthy. Oh, yeah, Kevin McCarthy is worth. You see, the problem with Kevin McCarthy is he's entirely tone deaf when it comes to anything other than the establishment. Paul Ryan was smart. I thought he was shrewd to get the Freedom Caucus to say, hey, are you going to be, someone we can work with? Can you work with me? He said, can you work with me? And they voted, a majority said, yes, they could. And so he doesn't have. He has that consensus view that I think Jack Kemp was famous for.
Please don't compare him to Jack Kemp favorably.
I'm not saying they're the same, but I think that he learned a lot as an aide to Jack Kemp. He cut his political teeth as an aide to Jack Kemp. And he refers to Kemp, often. And Kemp wasn't that conservative. Kemp was a pragmatic conservative.
No, but Paul Ryan isn't as principled as Jack Kemp.
Oh, no, he's not. There's no question about it. They could have done worse, though.
Well, sure, they could have had Bernie Sanders, but the point is, Paul Ryan being the savior of the Republican Party tells you everything you need to know about where the Republican Party is.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone except for the establishment sees him as the savior of the party. And they're looking for another Band-Aid is all. We didn't even have enough time to get into what's happening in the GOP, the demise of Donald Trump, the rise of Ben Carson.
Boy, is that a mess.
What do you think about that?
It's terrible. I mean, Ben Carson, there's no way he's... Look, all we're doing is we're trying to figure out between which candidates will lose to Hillary Clinton. We're just picking the candidate that's going to lose to Hillary Clinton at this point.
Yeah.
The media.
I don't think there's anyone on that platform who could beat Hillary Clinton, thanks to the media.
That's my point. The media won't let it happen.
Yeah.
They've got her, covered, and it's just the same way they had Barack Obama covered, the same way they had Bill Clinton covered. Look, it's never going to be on equal footing. Republicans will never, ever get the kind of support from the media that the Democrats get. And so whoever is their anointed one on their side will have the entire full force of the left-wing media, liberal-leaning media, that's going to back them, support them, prop them up, and defend them. And we've seen it time and again. So I don't know. It's going to be really hard. The American people are stupid. Yeah. I'm tired of hearing politicians, the American, we've got to trust the American people's judgment. No, you don't. They watch Kim Kardashian and all this stuff, and they don't pay attention to politics. They don't pay attention to the $19 trillion debt. Come on. They're stupid.
And I find it kind of ironic in a humorous sort of way that the guy who coined the expression low information voter has become the poster child of them, that being Rush Limbaugh,
Right.
who's now in the bath with Donald Trump. I mean, come on, Donald Trump, get real, people.
He did say that he actually
preferred Scott Walker.
No.
He did say that early on.
Okay, no. What I'm referring to is when he said, who's the most conservative candidate, most constitutional? He said Ted Cruz.
Of course.
So I think that in his heart of hearts, intellectually speaking, constitutionally speaking, conservatively speaking, he is a Ted Cruz supporter. But, he likes that Donald Trump flicks his boogers at the media and the left, and that's fun for Rush. He's living vicariously through Donald Trump as a candidate.
What happened is that he was getting pounded by his listeners. His listeners were pounding him day in and day out. He was getting trashed by his listeners who were all in the bath with Donald Trump. Little did he know that his cadre of followers were all low information voters.
Wow.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's sad. Anyway,
guys
who write, history books, and he inserts himself as the heroic character in these historical books, you got to wonder about anyway. All right, when we come back.
It's a kid's book.
Kid's book, whatever. Sounds like a scary tale. When we come back, much more for you right here on The Price of Business.